Welcome to High Strangeness, where we ask questions and explore all that is strange and unexpected in our reality.
And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud with fire flashing forth continually, and in the midst of the fire something gleaming like metal, and within it a wheel within a wheel. Was the prophet Ezekiel describing an angel, a vision, or something mechanical? Tonight we revisit ancient scripture through a modern sky. The imagery comes from the book of Ezekiel. Wheels intersecting wheels, beings descending from the sky, fire, light, and radiant metal. For centuries, theologians interpreted this as symbolic, apocalyptic language. But in the 20th century, another interpretation emerged. What if it wasn't symbolic? What if it was actually technological?
In the Bible, the prophet Ezekiel describes something impossible. A wheel suspended in the sky. Wheels within wheels. Covered with eyes. They moved without turning. Not a dream, not a symbol. Something real?
In 1968, the author Erich von Däniken proposed that ancient gods may have been extraterrestrial visitors. He suggested flying chariots were spacecraft, angels were advanced beings, and divine fire was propulsion. His ideas were very controversial, dismissed by many scholars, but they captivated millions because they reframed the myth as memory, not metaphor, but misinterpreted encounters.
Pasadena, California, June 17th, 2018. Thousands gather at the Pasadena Convention Center for AlienCon, a 3-day convention to explore the mysteries of ancient civilization, extraterrestrial existence, and the unexplained phenomena of our universe.
I am about to introduce you to a man that in 1968 published a book by the name of Chariots of the Gods. The legend, Erich von Däniken.
Erich von Däniken takes the stage before an audience of 3,500 people, men and women who are convinced that mankind's past and its future is more extraordinary and more hopeful than they had been led to believe by mainstream science.
It all started because of religious doubts. That was the power in me to find out what is God. By the way, I still am a deep believer in God. So simply I had doubts in my own religion. In the meantime, I'm 83 years old. The gods love me.
Since 1968, it's been 50 years. How has the reception of the ancient astronaut theory, in your opinion, changed over 50 years?
It was an immediate bestseller in Germany and in Switzerland. Then it was sold to the United States. He was a bestseller here. And soon as he was a bestseller, I was, of course, attacked.
Ezekiel isn't alone. Consider Elijah, taken up in a chariot of fire, the pillar of cloud and fire guiding Israel, angels appearing in blinding light, and the star over Bethlehem. Ancient sky events saturate the scriptures. Now, ask yourself, if a modern person witnessed a luminous craft descending from the sky, how would they describe it? Metallic, radiant, and otherworldly, right? Are we projecting modern imagery backward? Or were ancient writers projecting spiritual meaning into advanced phenomena?
There was literal UFOs over my house. Not just one, multiple. And I got it on video. I'm about to show you this. I took the video in the middle of the night and I couldn't believe my eyes. And then my friend said, I zoomed in on it and I can't believe this. And I thought, why didn't I zoom in on it? And then I zoomed in on it and recorded that. You guys, this is nuts. Really quick, I'm going to preface by saying the whole video, it moves around a lot. I was freaked out and not standing still. So forgive me, but bear with me. You're gonna see this. I'm floored. Okay, guys, watch this. This is when I zoom in. You can see these little things. Again, I'm sorry. Do you see the wheels? There's a multiple of them. Little circles with lights going around and around. Oh my gosh.
Now, we may need intellectual guardrails. Biblical scholars argue that apocalyptic literature is often symbolic by design. The book of Ezekiel uses layered metaphor to describe divine presence. Wheels within wheels represent omnipresence. Fire represents purification. Radiance represents holiness. To interpret it as machinery may be reading modern assumptions into ancient text. And that's a serious critique, because every era filters mystery through its technological imagination. Ancient cultures saw chariots, medieval mystics saw heavenly spheres, and we see spacecraft.
First, they thought it may have been a tic-tac shape, but when they grabbed their phone and zoomed in, they saw that it was much stranger than they originally imagined. Yo, look at this thing. I've never seen it. I was going to say a UFO shaped like this, but I've never seen anything shaped like this. What is that in the sky over Houston? A very strange shape indeed.
So there's a deeper question here. When humans encounter the unknown, we reach for our highest explanatory framework. For the ancients, that framework was divine. For us, it is extraterrestrial or technological. The phenomenon, whatever it is, may remain constant. It's the interpretation that evolves, which leads to a fascinating possibility. UFO narratives today may be fulfilling the same psychological function angelic narratives once did, providing awe, warning, meaning, and cosmic hierarchy.
When most people talk UFOs, they think aliens from space. But Jacques Vallée, he flipped the script. He said, what if it's not ET at all, but something even weirder? Jacques Vallée is a French astrophysicist, computer scientist, and one of the most influential UFO researchers ever. He worked on NASA's first computerized mapping of Mars. He helped build early internet tech, but in the UFO world, he's legendary for thinking differently. Instead of saying UFOs are just visitors from other planets, Vallée proposed that they could be interdimensional, part of a phenomenon that's been with humanity for centuries, disguised as fairies, angels, and folklore. Vallée's message? To understand UFOs, he says we need to study consciousness, history, and physics, not just radar blips, because this mystery might be way older, way closer, and way stranger than we actually think.
So here's the uncomfortable tension. If ancient encounters were misinterpreted technology, then scripture becomes anthropology. But if modern UAP experiences are misinterpreted spiritual phenomena, then materialism may be incomplete. Both directions challenge certainty. And that's why this topic unsettles people, because it destabilizes narrative control. And maybe the real question isn't, were angels aliens? Or are UFOs angels? Maybe the question is, why does the sky remain the canvas for transcendence? Across thousands of years, humans have looked upward for meaning. Chariots, angels, craft, light. Whatever we're encountering, culturally, psychologically, or physically, it keeps us returning to that same place, the heavens. So what do you think? Were ancient visions symbolic or technological? Or are we reinterpreting the past or rediscovering it? Tell me what you think. Leave a comment. This is High Strangeness, and this concludes our little mini 4-part thought experiment on UFOs and religion.
Thank you for listening to High Strangeness. This was a glance at some of the strange that exists in our reality.